Hello everyone, welcome to Finance Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about financial education for beginners in 2022. If you are new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. Financial literacy is something that everyone should learn about. As a result of the pandemic, many people are having trouble paying their bills. Now that that's out of the way, let's watch the video. Financial literacy helps a lot of people understand their money better and make smarter decisions about it. What does it mean to be financially literate? Financial literacy is the ability to make good decisions with your money that helps you live the life that you want. This includes making money, making a budget, paying off debt, savings, investing, and managing money in general. Why is knowing money so important? The more you know about money, the better decisions you'll make about it. The more money you'll have, and the better you'll be managing at it. You could have the highest paying job in the world and still be broke. Just because you make more money doesn't mean that you're better at managing it. You could also have a low paying job and still build wealth. If you know how to handle your money well and don't know much about money, will you have enough money when you retire to go on trips, buy a house, have kids, or drive the sports car of your dreams? You might reach your financial goals faster if you don't know much about money. Can you pay your unexpected costs? If you know how to handle your money, it may be easy to pay a bill that comes out of the blue. What is the way that money works? Money is a form of payment that can be used to buy things or get services. Most people spend all their time at work, so when you work, you trade your time for money. You can make as much money as you want, but only have so much time. So why do people waste so much of it? It's because they don't know much about money. Let's start with earned income. Your earned income is the money that comes out of your personal finances. Earned income includes things like hourly wages, commissions, tips, and bonuses. When looking for a job or a career, you should think about how you want to live and whether or not you can afford it. You should also think about benefits such as pension benefits that you'll get, matching dental plans or RSP to union benefits. What is the highest position you can reach? What is the most money that you can make? Is there a lot of demand for this job? Will you have trouble finding work? Will you need a student loan to pay for the schooling of this job? And finally, is this the job that you really wanted to do? Or are you just doing it for the money? Getting a job and making money is the foundation of your personal finances. The better your foundation, the easier it will be to manage the rest of your money. But don't depend on just one source of income. If you really want to make more money, you should look into other options. You should know about the 7 different ways to make money. Dividend income. Dividend income is money obtained as a shareholder of a business. All you have to do is acquire shares in a company that pays a dividend, and you'll get a dividend payment, which is normally done quarterly. Rental income. This is when you have an asset and rent it out for money to someone else. It might be anything from a home to a vehicle and to an equipment. Capital gains. This is when you acquire an item and sell it for more than you paid for it. 2 examples would be stocks or home. This is why stock and real estate investing are so popular. Royalty income. This is the money you get for letting someone else use your property. Examples of royalty revenue include books, musics, patents, and even franchises. This sort of revenue source takes labor up front, but once it's done, it generally pays off. Earned income. Earned income is what we just discussed, which is generally your 9 to 5 job. Earned income is the most common and often biggest source of income, but it depends on your skills and how many hours you can work in a day. Profit income. This is your company owner or entrepreneur status when you sell an item or a service for more than what it costs you to manufacture. This kind of revenue is scalable and your earning potential is limitless, but it comes with a lot more risk. So if you don't want to take that chance, look at interest income. Interest income is when you are paid to lend out your money, such as in highest interest savings account, bonds, or gigs. Most of the time, you need a lot of money to make a lot of money from interest, but the benefits include that it is risk-free and easy to do. The more of these 7 revenue streams you have, the more money you'll earn. If you lose your job, you won't be completely broke since you have other sources of income. These 7 income streams are either active or passive. If you really want to grow your income, you'll need income sources that pay more and require less time. Many of these income sources can be considered investments, such as investing in a business that can pay you profit income. Investing in a real estate can pay you rental income or capital gains, and investing in a stock market that can pay you a dividend income. The next important aspect of financial literacy is saving money. As I previously stated, you can earn all the money in the world, but if you don't save any of it, you won't be able to achieve your financial goals or build wealth. And if you can't save, you won't be able to invest, so your money won't grow. So how do you save money? Simply, spending less money than you earn is called saving money. State your finances. Tracking your expenditures in an account with money management and budgeting software is one of the easiest approaches. One of the greatest is KOHO, a reloadable prepaid visa that includes all of the features you'll need to manage your money and, most importantly, save it. This video isn't sponsored by KOHO. I just believe that they offer the best tool for folks who have trouble managing their money. Paying yourself first is a subtle but efficient way to save money. Put money into savings as soon as you are paid, and then spend the remainder. You may find yourself saving less if you do the opposite. Get paid, spend money, and then save what's left. Pay yourself first, and then if you have any money left over after that, save it. Make it automated to paying yourself first easy. Set up your accounts so when you are paid, money is automatically transferred from your checking account to your saving account. Another issue to think about is when you should save and when you should invest. Savings are set up for unexpected expenses and short-term aspirations. Investing on long-term objectives such as retirement or your children's education can provide you with superior returns. Let's pretend you're looking to purchase a home. This would be deemed short-term if you could save for a home in 2 years. Because of a short-term volatility, you wouldn't want your short-term savings objectives invested. Now, if you need to save for a home for 5 years, it is called long-term. So, it's more sensible to invest these funds since if anything bad occurs in the stock market, such as worldwide pandemic, you'll have time to recover and avoid any loss. In terms of emergency finances, you'll want to start with a $1,500 to $2,500 emergency fund, then gradually build it from there. The The size of your ultimate emergency fund will be determined by a variety of criteria, including your field of work, the ease with which you can find a new career if you lose your present one, and your overall health. Because of health issues, you may be unable to work. What is your total number of dependents? Savings don't yield much and lose value over time due to inflation, so be sure you're not simply saving for the sake of saving. Make a plan of saving and investing. Your credit, on the other hand, is a crucial aspect of financial literacy. You may receive better credit cards and loans with better conditions and interest rate if you have strong credit record and credit score. So what's the big deal about this? Debt is divided into two categories: the good debt and the bad debt. Car loans, credit cards, and any other kind of debt that does not pay you back what you put in are example of bad debt. Good debt, on the other hand, is a debt that will be paid off in the future, such as a college loan, business loan, or mortgage. That may be the total that can wreck your financial life, or it can be a tool that can help you develop wealth if utilized correctly. Leverage is the term for this kind of financial approach. Protecting yourself financially is another component of financial literacy. This comprises many sorts of insurance, such as auto insurance, house insurance, and so on. Life and business insurances are two types of insurances. Financially, having insurance protects you against difficulty and debt. You'll also want to make sure your assets are safeguarded, such as any cash accounts that are covered by CDIC and any investments accounts are covered by CIPF. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The next financial literacy lesson is about what most people are good at spending and not in a good way. You can't just save and only buy assets with your money. You'll also need to spend money to survive, such as on housing, transportation, food, and clothing. So what's your weapon of choice in this battle? When you use cash, a debit card, a credit card, or a prepaid MasterCard or Visa, you avoid falling into debt, since once your cash is gone, your spending ends. When purchasing and selling through classified advertisements for cash discounts, cash is also a smart option. Research demonstrates that you'll spend less on the cons in cash-only crises and when tipping with cash. Cash is more difficult to budget with since you risk losing it, being robbed, and being unable to make certain purchases, such as online purchases, pre-authorized purchases, paying bills, and going someplace where only MasterCard and Visa are allowed. Why not put your money in a checking account and use a debit card for convenience? There's no need to carry cash since you may deactivate the card if it's stolen, lost, and send and receive e-transfer instead. You have budgeting tools at your disposal: mobile check deposit, cash withdrawals at any ATM, overdraft protection, and payroll direct deposits are all advantages. Those with the major financial institutions, you'll have to pay a monthly charge unless you have a specific amount. And there are a lot of extra things to consider with a checking account. That being said, there are a lot of banks out there that provide no-fee checking accounts, such as Tangerine Simple and Modus Bank. Another disadvantage is that using a debit card will not help you build credit. If you want to build credit, you'll need a credit card. With credit card, you gain the ability to borrow money. Doing so properly is one of the best way to build credit, but you'll need to understand a few things before getting a credit card. What is the yearly interest rate on your loan? What is your interest rate for late payments, cash advances, and foreign currency expenses during the grace period? The advantage of having a credit card is that you receive a variety of perks, like purchase protection and extended warranties, as well as access to airport lounges and free roadside assistance. Also, most credit cards will give you cashback or rewards, and you'll be covered by a zero liability protection scheme if you use one. Interest and other fees are among the drawbacks of using a credit card. The interest rate on a credit card is usually about 20%. That is why it's critical to pay off your credit card balance before incurring interest charges. When you don't watch your spending, one of the major drawbacks of a credit card is that you might find yourself in debt. This might simply be accomplished without your knowledge. Only use credit cards for one of two reasons: to establish credit or to profit from rewards and advantages. If you are seeking to establish credit, make a few purchases each month and immediately pay off the debt. If you have a habit of overspending and are unable to pay off your whole bill each month, credit cards may not be for you. A reloadable prepaid MasterCard or Visa is an alternative for spending. This will be Koho, Stack, Mogo cards, as well as PC Money account. These accounts have no monthly fees and are limited in the fees they do charge. They provide budgeting and money management tools to help you spend less. And a card like Koho will even offer you cashback like a credit card. Coming soon to Koho will be Koho Save, where instead of paying interest on a credit card, you can earn interest on your balance. One of the simplest hurdles to entrance into financial literacy is investing in stock market, which is where a lot of wealth has been produced via capital gains, dividend incomes, and the power of compounding. Self-directed investing or using a robo-advisors are two ways I recommend you investing in the stock market. Self-directed or do-it-yourself investing is when you open a brokerage account and do the investing yourself. Before you choose a brokerage company, consider what type of investor you are and what market you want to invest in: the US market, the Canadian market, or the international market. You are possible to establish a cash account, a TFSA, or an RRSP before locating a broker. You should make initial contributions to your TFSA since capital gains inside the account are exempt from taxation. The drawbacks of a TFSA is that you may only contribute a certain amount each year, and there are several more contribution restrictions to understand. Contributions to RRSPs should only be made under certain circumstances. Thus, you will need to do research before considering one. After deciding which account to open, you may begin researching the stocks and ETFs in which you want to invest. Continue making contributions to your account and doing research to decide if you should hold, sell, or purchase additional stocks. Simply fill your account and arrange recurring payments, and the robo-advisors will invest, rebalance, and reinvest your earnings for a small fee. After achieving your objective, withdraw your funds and establish a new objective. Perhaps your purpose is to start investing in real estate. This sort of investing requires much more funds, often at least 20% of the purchasing price. There are several ways to grow one's wealth in the real estate industry. By renting your property for more than the mortgage, You may profit from the difference while building equity and increasing the value of your home. You may also buy a home, enhance it, and sell it for a profit. If you wish to invest in real estate but lack the cash or time to do it, you'll need the assistance of a team of specialists including property managers, builders, realtors, attorneys, and mortgage broker. How can you learn about financial literacy? You can begin by gathering as much information as possible from YouTube videos, blogs, podcasts, and other free resources such as the budget planners, financial calculators, comparison tools, and free workshops and programs. You can also take it another step and buy books, courses, programs, and even use mentors and experts. The best way to learn about financial literacy is to take action and practice it. You could read everything you need to know about investing in the stock market, but you don't actually invest. You're not applying the knowledge, and making mistakes is another good way of learning something. This is why I would suggest you start learning as soon as possible. If you have very little to invest but keep going at it for years, you'll make mistakes, learn, and gain experience. But if you wait till you have more to invest, you'll still make those same mistakes and it will cost you a lot more. Financial literacy may not be the most fun subject, but it is unquestionably the most necessary. Money is something we all need. The more we have, the more freedom we have. The more money we waste, the more time we waste. And money is the world's most valuable tool because it gives you back your time. Therefore, educate yourself on financial literacy so you can achieve your financial goals and live the lifestyle you've always desired. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye!